James Posey. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Wallace is checked in. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. He said to his guys, we need to push the pace forward. Come on, guys. We're at our best when we're attacking in transition. Energy up now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. To the middle. Crown. And Crown throws it down.
I like that he passed out instead of forcing his own play there.
Pass to Haslam. Cabono kicks to Wade. Oh, good on the three.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the field.
That puts them in the lead. Gordon's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Shaq kicks to Wade. Nifty move.
Chicago foul. P.J. Brown. First personal foul.
Full 24-second shot clock. Wade passes to O'Neal. Second shot opportunity. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 8th assist here tonight. Chicago trailing here. Heinrich outside. Over Williams. Rebound by the Heat. Haslam's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Wade drives in, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Wade is always in such attack mode that it's hard to guard him without fouling.
Both good from the line that time.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Now here's Dang. The quick look, no good that time.
Wide open, and still surprisingly he wasn't able to cash in.
Pass to O'Neal.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Fader on the way. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the deep.
Shot from 16. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Kirk Heinrich.
Heinrich taking control of the situation and finds the big hoop. That's what a leader on the floor does for you.
Has him a screen on Gordon. Wade against Gordon. The fader. Rebound by Wallace. Wallace has got 7 rebounds in the game. Gordon kicks to Heinrich. Wallace with a screen on Williams. Driving in. Heinrich passes to Depp. Oh, good with the triple. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101. But boy, is it working.
O'Neal got it.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. Here's Heinrich. Pass to Dan. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot from the top of the key. O'Neal with the rebound. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Now here's Williams. Wade outside. Good!
Late in the game, trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher. A coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the league.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority. Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
Dang, the three. No good, shot missing. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And so it's Miami winning this one. Pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this way into game 2.
It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone. Let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, George Karl just going over the game plan with his team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet. Are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. The wide open look here for Marion. Good. It's Diaw with the assist that time. Diaw's got his 3rd assist on the night. Anthony kicks to Blake. Iverson outside. Outside, Martin. Blake up top. Anthony, no one around. A three-pointer is right on target. Anthony's got 16 points here in the second half. Nash the pass to Diaw. Back to Nash. Right through the knee for the layup.
And give Nash credit. The defense was there, but still, he finds a way to finish.
Pass to Blake. Hamby with it. Now Anthony. Back at 6.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Stoudemire grabs the miss. Stoudemire's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Marion kicks to Stoudemire. Marion dishes to Nash. Out to Marion. A miss that time. Would it cut him off?
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender inside.
And the basket by Blake. 1:33 left in the 4th quarter. Now here's Nash. Guarded by Blake. Nash's shot is up.
Yeah, it's too bad. A nice drive there, but just he couldn't finish.
Diaw with the steal. Pass to Marion. Here's Nash. Here's Stoudemire. Stoudemire the screen. The three. Barbosa. It counts. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's Marion. Now here's Diaw. 6 on the shot clock. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And so they foul intentionally.
That's his 4th personal foul. 4th team foul.
26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his 4th personal foul. 5th team foul.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely.
Here's Nash. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's the teardrop. It's in!
Watch out now. Nash is on fire.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, that's right. No other option but to foul if this and this.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. The Suns called. Off the inbound. Denver grabs the miss. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good. It's a 5-point game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Offensive rebound. So we see Denver get the win here, and this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
Got it. Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference Semifinals. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. Now it's a close one, so Coach asked his team to keep their focus. He said this game's going to come down to mistakes. We play clean, we'll win. Great game tonight. Let's see how it winds up. Guys?
All right, David, thanks.
Well, you look at Wade, and he's a really, I think, a natural leader. He sets the bar high for his teammates and uses his own high-energy play to push everybody else to be at their best.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Pass to Dang. Over Capono. And it's Miami with the rebound.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backcourt.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now here's Wade. A kick out to O'Neal. 6 to shoot. Capono no good.
He can't seem to find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside.
Over in the corner, Brown. Heinrich outside. Ball is with the screen on Williams. Heinrich from outside. And it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Capono. Good. A nice assist for Williams. And the Heat lead by 4.
Well, he's just zoned in, and in most cases taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Outside Gordon. On deep. It's rebounded by O'Neal. O'Neal's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Now Wade. That's a floater go, and he recovers it. Hit for 1. Shot's good by Shaq.
You know, even when you try to box out Shaq, he's still capable of grabbing the ball. It's really just a hard, difficult matchup.
Now here's Dang. To end the drought, and it's sent back by O'Neal. 1:41 left in the 4th quarter of this one. O'Neal sets the screen for Wade. And he banks in below. And now an 8-point Miami lead.
And the ball handling away. Outstanding work, getting crafty with it and converting because of that creativity.
the screen for Gordon. Pass to Brown. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Good on the triple.
Iver taking control of the situation and finds the big hoop. That's what a leader on the floor does for you.
Eight up top, defended by Gordon. Wade kicks to Capone. Check the screen on Gordon. Wade passes to Williams. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Inside, here's Wallace. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
He's not sure they expected Wallace to make that move, but then being fearless doesn't get phased in the big moment.
Here's Capone. It drops.
No fear, no hesitation. In a big-time defense will try to get a stop instead of having to foul.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Brown finds Heinrich over Williams. And it's Miami with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Personal foul. Boy for Miami, Jason Williams. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Those are second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
There's 21 seconds left in the game. And here are the Heat now. They're on a 13-5 run. So it's the Heat winning this one. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat of the series. Up now break 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference Semifinals. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Jack, he's checked in for Portland. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thank you, David. And San Antonio has possession. Brandon Roy unable to get his shot to go. To the paint. Stolen by Randolph. Jack against Parker. Outside Jack. Randolph trying to free himself up.
And closing his will defensively. A rejection like that can get in the shooter's head.
Here's Ginobili. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Udoka's got 4 rebounds in this game. Parker against Jack. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Roy kicks to Jack. Over Parker. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Spurs leading by 3. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, I love that from Parker, playing on the front foot.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
They've made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
Boy, I've liked the defensive persistence, hounding the opposition and forcing mistakes. As a result, coming up with steals, too.
Now, here's Roy. Fires the 3.
deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
Parker against Jack. Parker, right side. And Batie gets it to go. And the Spurs lead by 6. Here's Roy. Puts up a 3. Count! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And Roy can certainly knock down the long ball, which is only going to enhance his confidence ahead.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Poked away. Here's Parker. Yes!
Huge shot by Parker there. And
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Strong move by Roy. Boy, he's a competitor.
And that's an intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
no time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Bowen. An intentional foul there. Here comes the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. Clock management crucial at this time of the game.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Here's Randolph, and it's blocked. And so it's San Antonio with the win. Just a massive victory, Craig. Maybe it's overstating it, but I think this was a game they had to have.
And I don't think it's overstated.
She's checked in for Marshall. And Larry Hughes is subbed in for Jones. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott during the break with his team. Now he wants his team to stop playing it safe. He said, we've got this lead by doing what we do. And we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Hughes with it. Tinsley covering. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Just 5 on the clock. Handler hits the three-point bomb. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Now Tinsley. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Larry Hughes.
And something the bigger defender can improve in the biggest moment.
Well, this guy is always in attack mode, very aggressive. Some players might kick it out there, not him. Going right to the bucket. Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
They get the rebound. James can't cash in from close range.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Down low. And the jam by Jermaine O'Neal.
And that's a big bucket for O'Neal. He understands his team looks for him to come up when it matters most.
Now here's LeBron. Stolen by Tinsley. To the inside. Here's O'Neal. It's hauled in by Gooden.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Hughes kicks to James. Here's Pavlovich, ended by Dunleavy. 6 to shoot. The three. Pavlovich with the bucket. Pavlovich has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Cleveland.
And at the most crucial moment, this guy steps up in the biggest way possible.
Pass to O'Neal. It's good! And now they trail by just 4.
Hey, it's just good sound basketball when you've got a consistent scorer like O'Neal. Get him the rock. He knows what to do when he catches it.
And here's good. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth, and he commits the intentional foul. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Hughes. Offline with his third. And so here is Indiana. And the rejection by James.
What timing by James on the denial. His hand is right there at the exact moment it needs to be.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. O'Neal, no good. And now we've got the intentional foul. Quit on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
Timeout called the Pacers. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Tinsley. Looks for O'Neal, gets it to him. Outside Griffin. The rebound by James. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second football. 14. Back line for your home team.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And so it's Cleveland winning this one, and this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in the series. Up now break 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Allen Iverson's checked in for the Nuggets. Blake comes in for Smith. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the last break, I listened to Phoenix's coach talk to the team. Now, he wants his team to mix it up offensively. He said, we've been settling for too many threes. Don't be afraid to attack the rim. Challenge the defense. Let's see some variety out there. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now here's Camby after the miss from Allen Iverson. Pass to Anthony. Over Barbosa. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Iverson. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Stoudemire setting the pick for Nash. Shoots from the elbow, and the jumper is on the mark. Nash has got 4 points in the quarter.
And Nash just making it look too easy. I mean, he's got one of the purest shooting strokes in all of basketball.
Now Blake. Outside Anthony. Good. And the assist goes to Blake. Anthony's got 10 points here in the second half.
I mean, who else do you want taking this shot? Anthony, a natural scorer in any situation.
Pulls up on the elbow. Another shot. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to 1 in the bucket from Stoudemire.
This is why this team gives Stoudemire the ball in these moments. They trust him to come up with the wins.
Anthony against Marion. The shot by Anthony, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now, here's Nash. Mr. Barbosa, pocket 6. Stoudemire setting the pick for Barbosa. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Denver. And here's Campbell. Oh, Iverson on the way. It's all in by the Suns.
But, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
Nash outside. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Taken away by Anthony. Blake passes to Martin. Diaw with the steal. It's Nash with the drive. Over Blake. Good!
Watch out now. Nash is on fire.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Anthony drives in. It falls!
This is what happens when you allow Carmelo Anthony to heat up.
But here's Barbosa. Pass to Marion. Here's Diaw. Nash right side. Here's the floater. It's off.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbow. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
You know, this victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference Semifinals. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later. Send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. Coach was really hyping up his guys. He told them, this is what it's all about, fellas. You're in this spot for a reason. Go out and take this win. See if they can follow those instructions, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. And Kirk Heinrich picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
And here are the Heat now. Haslam, a screen on Heinrich. Heinrich against Williams. Shot clock at 3. O'Neal from long range. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here is Heinrich. Now here's Gordon. Walls to take the lead, and it's good on the layup. Walls has got 20.
And I like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I like the defense's hustle, but Wade smartly turns their efforts against them and draws the foul.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
You know, the defense has given them that shot, and they've knocked it down consistently, and that's been a real key factor for them tonight.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. Off target with the open look. The Heat have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Williams kicks to Capono. Back to Williams to take the lead. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
He's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
And here's Heinrich. There's Gordon with the three. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Gordon's got it all tied up now for the Bulls. Wade surveying the D. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 28 points for him.
In Wade, we trust in the big moments. This guy knows how to get it done by himself in the clutch.
Pass to Gordon. Checks up the three. Again, the miss by Gordon.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Wade. It's all in by Luol Deng. And Chicago shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Right on the bucket.
Crucial basket for this team. He gave them a shot on with that.
The free throw off from Deng.
Deng brings a lot to the table. I mean, terrific defender, and he's very reliable as a scorer on all three levels. Big bucket from a big man. Shaq is special.
Chicago trailing here. Ball is with the screen on Williams. Pass to Deng. A jump hook, and he banks that one home. 23 points for Luol Deng.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Shaq's shot is good.
The big man has big game and big personality, so he is not afraid of the big moments. He gets it done in crunch time.
Pass to Deng. 56 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Ball is with the screen on Williams. Heinrich. Miami grabs the miss.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Wade. It's good.
Watch out. D-Wade is caught fire.
In time. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Heinrich passes to Brown. Launches it. The shot by Heinrich no good. And they go to the intentional foul.
P.J. Brown. First personal foul. Fifth team foul. Second foul.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
That's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead.
And Williams is a baller. He's an exciting player to watch. Fantastic passer and shooter. Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Trifecta.
And you love the floor recognition there, proving he's willing to give it up to open teammates.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game. And here are the Bulls now. Heinrich kicks to Brown. Pass to Heinrich. Taken away by Williams. And so it's Miami winning this one. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip, It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
You know, this victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference Semifinals. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. From David Aldridge.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to the Suns coach address his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Hit by Anthony. The three from Iverson. Carries it from three-point range. Iverson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Here's Nash to the middle, and Stoudemire slams it in.
And Nash really just pure genius in that pick and roll. You give him any kind of space, and he's going to whip the pass right through the teeth of the defense.
Anthony, the pass to Iverson. On the shot clock. He takes it in. Phoenix grabs the miss. Stoudemire's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it back. Nash outside. Marion outside. Stoudemire kicks to Barbosa. Over Iverson. Barbosa's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Blake dishes to Carmelo. Lays it up and banks it in. Anthony's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
I mean, who else do you want taking this shot? Anthony, a natural scorer in any situation.
Rejected by Campbell. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now their defense is in overdrive.
From the inbound, buries it despite the half. Terrific play. And a chance for one more. They get Steve Blake.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
The Nuggets have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Outside Anthony. Over Marion. Anthony can't hit. Now Phoenix shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Nash with it. Now Anthony defending. Nash outside. Stoudemire.
This is why this team gives Stoudemire the ball in these moments. They trust him to come up with the wins.
Left in the fourth quarter. It's Martin on the wing. He's guarded by Diaz. 5 on the clock. Martin with the bucket.
What a play by Martin. Tremendous confidence on display there.
Nash outside. Got it.
Watch out now. Nash is on fire.
The Nuggets shooting it well here in the fourth quarter. 50%. Timeout call. Nuggets. .52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Anthony against Marion. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Sean Merritt.
And that's the type of challenge Anthony presents to the defense. Sometimes they are just forced to foul.
And so both free throws good that time. He puts them ahead.
Nicely done.
Here's Nash. Here's Stoudemire. 34 seconds left in the game. Anthony gets the ball. Back to Anthony. Denver passing it around.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He would have shot right off of the inbounds pass to not waste too much time at all.
Now off the inbound. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And Nash wants to be that guy to take the big shot. This is what being a leader is all about.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
He had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? You know if you miss it at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making. And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
For 3, Diaw. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Coming through in a high-pressure moment. How about the boys this show?
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Nash with it. Rejected by Campbell. Return to sender. Blocked and recovered. What a nice play.
No choice but to foul there. It's probably the last guy you want to see on the floor.
There was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was a priority.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, and both at the line. It's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
So they've done it. They're going to move on. And with the 4-game sweep, they steamrolled their way through round 2. Now, Greg, they head to the conference finals on the highest of notes.
And to that point, Kevin, I really feel like this team is playing their best basketball of the season. They're going to have some downtime before the next round, but as well as they're playing, probably wish this thing would start tomorrow.
It's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you've enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA Western Conference Playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone. And it's Williams in for James Posey. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. Now with the game in the balance, Coach told his team to play loose. Don't overthink it. We got this far playing our game, and we can win the same way. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
And even though he couldn't get all of them to fall, he did make it a 2-possession game.
Down low. Here's Dang. Out to Wallace. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Heinrich. And he gets it to go from the high post.
Yeah, just putting the right touch on that mid-range. Heinrich does a great job of just adjusting for the angle.
Now here's Williams. Here's Wade. Nice defense from Wallace.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Three-pointer, Heinrich. It's hauled in by the Heat. O'Neal's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Capono. And another assist for him.
And would you believe he set a new franchise record 4 assists in a postseason game.
On one hand, it's astounding. On the other hand, well, we saw this coming almost from the opening tip. Here's Wallace. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Look at Wallace getting in there, getting busy and dirty, making it happen.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he can't hit the second.
You have to admire the physical nature of Wallace's game. On both ends, he puts the power in forward.
Now here's Wade. Rebound by Wallace. Wallace has got 13 rebounds in the game. Exceeded. Here's Dang. Rebound by the Heat.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Wade outside. Shoots. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Wade's got 11 in the second half.
Yeah, Wade is doing what he does best. Finding the cup, playing with that relentless energy on the offensive end.
And so it's Williams who brings it up for Miami. 6-point game. Good ball movement here by Miami. Wade passes to O'Neal. O'Neal is double.
And sometimes the league has no choice but to foul O'Neal. He's that dominant.
Right on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. There's a minute 34 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Heinrich. And here is Dan. And he drops it in from the low post. Dan's got 20 points.
He does not lack the confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Wade feeling it out a bit.
I like the defense's hustle, but Wade smartly turns their efforts against them and draws the foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. 107 left for the fourth. And for the Bulls, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. For 3, Heinrich. And it's Haslam with the rebound. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Well, certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Williams kicks to Wade. Pass to Haslam. To the right wing. Again, the miss by the Heat. Here's Chicago. Heinrich outside.
3-second violation. Heat ball.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And the basket by Wade.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. Fans are already headed for the exit.
That's it. They've won the series. And with the four-game sweep, they steamrolled their way through round two. Now, Greg, they head to the conference finals on the highest of notes.
And to that point, Kevin, I really feel like this team is playing their best basketball of the season. They're going to have some downtime before the next round, but as well as they're playing, probably wish this thing would start tomorrow.
It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long. Matisse checked in, and Bowen subbed in for Michael Finley. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Thanks, David.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And the shot goes in.
Ginobili is such a solid passer. Drops a dime whenever he can for a ready shooter.
Outside Roy. It's hauled in by Ginobili. Ginobili's got his fifth rebound in this one. Parker surveying the floor. Duncan with a screen on Jack. Inside. And Duncan throws it down.
How about the concentration from Duncan? Doesn't budge even in the biggest of moments.
Randolph sets a screen for Jack. Over to the wing. Here's Randolph. Rebounded by the Spurs. Matisse got rebound number 8 now on the night. Ginobili outside. Here's Bowen. On the wing, Duncan. And the dunk by Duncan.
Hey, it may not make the highlight reel, but all Tim Duncan does is score points, and he makes your team a ton better.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Roy. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. One on Ginobili.
Anytime you get to the line, it is a win offensively.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is getting steals, and that can be attributed to their tenacious style defensively.
Here's Bowen. Pass to Parker. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Batum. Shot clock at 5. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. One by Roy. To the wing right side. Udoka kicks to Roy. Portland moving the ball. Outside Jack. For 3. A rebound by the Spurs.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Parker outside. Pass to Duncan. Over Randall. Off target from the baseline. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting around 41% on the night. Randall sets a screen for Jack. Here's Udoka. Looks for Randolph, gets it to him. Over Duncan. Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And that's an intentional foul. 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Aldridge, the pass to Jack. Parker with the steal. So they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And Parker has such speed and creativity, just causes the defense fits in terms of how to properly guard it. I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Boom. Good clutch. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And he commits the intentional foul.
Jack. Fifth personal foul. Shooting for San Antonio. Tony Parker. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 7-point game. Time the future. Randolph kicks to Roy. Here's Udoka. So it's the Spurs with the win. And now they're sitting on a commanding 3-1 lead. They've grabbed this series by the throat, Greg.
And Kevin, I don't think they're going to let it go. You could see the determination they had tonight. They don't want to drag this series out. They want to get this thing over with.
Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference Semifinals. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time. Granger in for Marquise Daniels. Ilgauskas is checked in for the Cavaliers. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. He knows they struggled at the free throw line, but he actually looked at the positive. He said if we continue to get to the foul line, good things are going to happen. But we have to keep getting there. Maybe that'll take the heat off him a little.
Thank you, David. Indiana trails by 7. O'Neal a screen on Hughes. Pass to Granger. Over James. Granger misses.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
Now here's LeBron. To the paint, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jermaine O'Neal. That's his last foul. He'll sit the rest of this one out. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. And a wide open look for James. They get the rebound. Here's Ilgauskas, and he could not get that one to go. On contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Towering presence of Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Intimidating for opposing teams. He's a real matchup problem.
And this guy brings a lot of heart to his game. And that's something you have to respect. He's got that desire to make a difference on the floor.
Here's Tinsley. To the right side. Shoots. Second chance shot. And it's blocked.
Showing no mercy at the defensive end.
1:19 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's James. Not going to go that time. Granger with the defensive effort. Indiana trails by 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one is on Ilgauskas.
The word you hear most about Granger is efficient. Good from mid-range, draws a lot of fouls, can score even when the D has all of his attention.
Both shots good from the strike.
Teammates, they needed all of them.
1:04 left in the fourth quarter. James against Granger. James looking it over. 6 to shoot. James absorbing hits on the drive.
LeBron James.
Murphy, a screen on Hughes. Pass to Dunleavy for the three. That's rebounded by Cleveland. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. And now they decide to foul attention. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making a second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Here's Granger, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Pavlovich. Granger with the rebound. For three, Dunleavy knocks down the trifecta.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Three-pointer, Granger, no good. And that's going to do it for this series. They'll move on. And with the 4-game sweep, they steamrolled their way through round 2. Now, Greg, they head to the conference finals on the highest of notes.
And to that point, Kevin, I really feel like this team is playing their best basketball of the season. They're going to have some downtime before the next round, but as well as they're playing, probably wish this thing would start tomorrow.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference Semifinals. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone. Making a change here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. Now, Coach was still pretty positive. He told his guys a handful of shots completely changes this game. Just a few good minutes, and we're right there. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Excellent work in the pick and roll by Aldridge. You know, sometimes with him, it's pick your poison when you're defending him.
Parker surveying the floor. Pass to Ginobili. Inside. And he uses the glass on the lane.
How about the IQ there by Ginobili in that pick and roll? He is so good at being able to thread the needle with that pass.
Now here is Jack. Here's Roy. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Booker with the bounce pass. Duncan against Aldridge. No good from Duncan.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Roy. Over Ginobili. Roy can't hit.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
Pass to Duncan. Down low. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful whistle.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive.
And again, another assist.
This is the best someone could run an offense. Pinpoint passing every time he touches the ball. See things happen.
And he's now tied for the franchise record for assists in the game. It has been a masterful performance.
Two things I like about Randolph are his motor and his touch. I mean, that's a nice combination. Plays hard, has a feathery touch. He's going to get his bucket one way or another.
Shaq with it. He's picked up by Parker. Randolph, a screen on Parker. 5 to shoot. Jack, right block shot. And 2 long on the shot.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Parker outside. Pass to Duncan.
Inside, Duncan's highly efficient. But really, the defense has to try to get physical.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the board? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunity.
Shaq with it. Outside Roy. Over Ginobili. Portland again, missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
To the middle. It's stolen by Jack. Driving to the basket. The shot, no good. Good D by Parker. There's the steal. Here's Udoka. Tim Duncan with the rebound.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And they're unable to get the time basket there. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you have to do that. You can't just let him just be
Exactly. You got to stop the clock any way possible. And hopefully alligator arm a few of those free throws.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
What I appreciate about Roy is his work ethic. I mean, this is a kid that wants to be great in this league.
They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Connects from downtown.
So hard to stop Ginobili right now.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the floor.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock is a priority.
That's the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good, and both at the line. It's a 3-point game. Strategy being discussed right now in that one.
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game. Parker passes to Duncan. And so it's Portland winning this one. People were writing their obituary before this game, but this win cast the series in a whole light now.
And listen, they still got to win 2 more. But after seeing how they performed tonight, is there any doubt, Kevin, they're capable of it? I mean, we could be in the midst of a major comeback.
No doubt at all. You're right. It's time for us to say goodbye. We hope you've enjoyed our second-round coverage of the NBA Western Conference Playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Now here's Parker. Back to Ginobili. Shot clock at 6. That misses off the back.
Well, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Pass to Aldridge. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Ginobili looking around. And that one drops. Ginobili's got 4 points this quarter.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Now, here's Roy. Good work defensively by Ginobili.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Parker outside. To the inside. Duncan inside. Duncan controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Spurs lead by 7.
2 minutes remaining.
Leaving no doubt. Duncan gets the rebound and powers that one.
Away with it. Guarded now by Duncan. And it's good. 2 points. Roy's got 17 points here in the second half.
Just what they needed. Able to find some points and build some momentum.
1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Hands it from downtown.
Very reliable. Ginobili solid from deep.
And for Portland, they're shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Jack. A rebound by the Spurs. Duncan's Spurs leading by 8. Ginobili the pass to Parker. It is good. Parker's got 22.
And guys, just really impressed. They made big plays when it counted, and that's why it's going to be on to the next round for the Spurs.
The key here, guys, was second chance points.
They pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls, giving them plenty of added opportunity.
And so this will do it. They'll end up taking the series in 6 games, 4-2.
Yeah, it gives them just a little bit of time to rest and study some tape. They've got a much tougher hill to climb in the next round.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Tim Duncan.
Well, I love the force that he showed on defense, using all of his length to deny shots. He was their anchor tonight.
And here are the Trailblazers now. They trail by 7. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Strong move by Roy. Boy, he's a competitor.
And an intentional foul right there. And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can hit the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. Randolph kicks to Roy. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that position.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
A big highlight of Bowen's game is his defense, but I think that really speaks to his commitment and effort in general. I mean, this is a very smart basketball player.
Now here's Randolph. Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. Here's Ginobili. So they foul intentionally.
Shooting for the Spurs, Manu Ginobili. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Howard. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Roy kicks to Udoka. Outside Randolph. Three-pointers off the mark, and that's an intentional foul.
LaMarcus Aldridge, first personal foul. Shooting for San Antonio.
It's the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Drains it from beyond the arc, and the series has been won. A 4-2 victory for them in the second round, and now they find themselves just 4 wins away from a spot, Craig, in the NBA Finals.
And it won't be easy. Conference finals never are. I'm sure they're confident right now coming off of this huge win, but Kevin, they've still got a lot of work to do before they put their hands on any trophies.
Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad you could join us for the Western Conference Semifinals. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time